A new image released by WWE today gave us a great look at the new Wyatt Sicks. Love that. As we also found out from a WWE quote tweet that the Wyatt Sicks have officially got Twitter now, at Wyatt Sicks with an S. Of course, it was all eyes on Chad Gable as he arrived on Raw tonight, and everyone catching that glimpse of Alexa Bliss on the truck. Was that a coincidence? Did WWE do it on purpose? You never truly know, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is this a tease of Alexa Bliss, or is it a tease that our truth is in the Wyatt Sicks? Well, Chad Gable would come down for his match tonight, and we was looking at his mannerisms. Of course, he looked very nervous, but still very confident, still very much the heel. And obviously, as he got into the ring, his graphics would glitch. Chad Gable would win the match tonight, qualifying for Money in the Bank. Help from Judgment Day taking out Braun Strowman. Worth noting that Braun Strowman was not aided by the Wyatt Sicks tonight. Some people thought they might help him in a Judgment Day attack. But after Chad Gable won, the lights would shut down. The one piano key would air again as Nikki would scare Chad Gable out of the ring and then hand Michael Cole a mystery box before she just left. After all that, Chad Gable would approach the Alpha Academy. Otis would reiterate he's not interested in Chad Gable's apology, though Maxine Dupree did specify that she would talk to Otis. Now, obviously, then the Creed brothers would enter the frame and Chad Gable would say that he needs help. That's obviously something we've been looking at. Are the Creed brothers going to join Chad Gable to help fight the Wyatt Sicks? By the way, at the start of Raw, it was revealed Pat McAfee was not at Raw tonight, and The Miz replaced him on commentary, at least for the first hour or so of the show. Obviously, on the Pat McAfee show, we'd get the glitches, the "you lied" graphics, so we were definitely interested in what happened to Pat McAfee tonight. Michael Cole said the box was addressed to Pat McAfee, but it did say to open it, so he opened it, and it was a VHS tape saying, "Play me." They would play the tape, and what would follow was cinema. There's only one way to describe it, and it's cinema. Bo Dallas was talking to Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy was asking Bo Dallas how he felt when his brother died. Bo would talk about his dream to work alongside Bray Wyatt. They got to that point, and then his brother died. And now, after everyone tried to forget them, he made everyone remember. This was absolute cinema. It does play into the split personality theory everyone had. Now we know the Funhouse is also back. At least it was tonight, because that is where Bo and Howdy were sat to record this. Honestly, I said it on Twitter. Emotional. This was amazing, confusing, everything you would want it to be. I've always believed that wrestling is at its best when you blend it with reality, and that's exactly what they did here. This kind of topic, though, is always going to distress people, but it's meant to play on your heartstrings. We are watching Bo Dallas's journey into insanity, talking to himself, talking to his alter ego, Uncle Howdy. One of the things that I've seen often, and we talk about it on my Discord voice chat pretty much every night, is people wanted a backstory. They wanted to know why. Now we know why. This one segment was absolute gold. It was beautiful. It was everything that you could wanted it to be. It's worth mentioning as well that all the questions that Uncle Howdy actually asked Bo Dallas are the questions we heard on one of the secret URLs of the final QR codes. It was wwe.com/areyouhappy. And obviously you got that video played that asked the exact questions that we heard tonight. I know there's some people that are saying instantly, oh, this is silly, because obviously the Funhouse existed in Bray's mind. So how are Bo and Howdy there? Well, if it can exist in Bray's mind, why can't it exist in Bo's mind too? Now, this does seem like Uncle Howdy was offering a therapy session to Bo Dallas. Is that what Howdy learnt from the therapist? Or was it Bo talking to the therapist on those Twitch streams? The other question is this Bo's darkness trying to consume him or work alongside him? All these sort of questions are still to be answered, but the segment was gold. 5 minutes in, this is things you might have missed from WWE RAW. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The first match of the show tonight saw Bron Breakker taking on Ludwig Kaiser. Now, it could be that Ludwig Kaiser's a really cool heel, but Bron Breakker is definitely over. I mean, it was only a few weeks ago he murdered Ricochet, and now the fans are really into him. So that will be interesting to see how that develops. There was a really cool spot in the match as Bron Breakker jumped from the ring apron with a flying clothesline over the announce table. That looked really painful. But the match wouldn't have a decision. Obviously, Sheamus would come out and with that brogue knee hit Ludwig Kaiser. Bron Breakker would get the final say with a huge spear though to Sheamus. Later on, we'd find out that Bron Breakker's challenge to Sami Zayn would be accepted. The two will collide at Money in the Bank for the IC title. I think Bron's got to win this one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Drew McIntyre is still a menace. 1 week after quitting WWE, Drew is back on Raw tonight. Obviously still angry that CM Punk cost him 2 world title opportunities. Showing off the bracelet he stole from Punk on SmackDown, Larry and AJ being on it, putting it on his own wrist and saying now he has CM Punk's family in his corner as he's going to enter Money in the Bank. And CM Punk is going to have to watch Drew McIntyre from home in pain as Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank, which the wrestling fan in me says, does that definitely mean that CM Punk returns at Money in the Bank and screws Drew McIntyre again, right? Liv Morgan was on Raw, and of course she was asking for Daddy Dom to come out. Of course, earlier on we saw Dominik Mysterio being showered with gifts from Liv Morgan and a saucy text message. Zelina Vega would come out first and challenge Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. But Dominik Mysterio was not far behind. Obviously, though, before anything could really happen here, Liv and Zelina would brawl. Rey Mysterio would come out. Obviously, LWO connection with Zelina. Dom would sort of stand up for Liv a little bit as he shoved down his dad. Was that to stand up for Liv, though? Or was it just a hatred for his father? The visual definitely didn't look good as Liv and Dom did seemingly leave together, although it was Liv following behind Dominik Mysterio. All of that taking place after Damian Priest had warned Dom how he's going to explain this to Rhea Ripley and told Dom to end it with Liv tonight. Don't think he did that. It would carry on backstage though as Liv would thank Dom for being her hero. Dom really wasn't having any of it though, but then R-Truth would enter. He'd think Liv Morgan was Carmella, but he would agree to give Finn Balor and JD McDonough a shot tonight at the World Tag Team titles, while Liv was going to get Dom a match with Rey Mysterio for next week, and she did. Damage Control would stand tall over the Women's Tag Team Champions. Alba and Isla had just won a match versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, but Damage Control would come out, laying out the Women's Tag Team Champions, putting their claim of wanting a shot at those tag belts for sure. With Authors of Pain beating up Xavier Woods backstage during the match, Kofi Kingston would lose to Karrion Kross as Karrion Kross defeats his 7th world champion. Seth and Damian had a great promo tonight ahead of Money in the Bank, and Seth would lay down a gentleman's challenge to Damian Priest. If Damian Priest beats Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, then Seth will never challenge for the World Heavyweight title as long as Damian is the champion. But if Seth wins, Damian must leave Judgment Day. Damian would agree, and then he would say that Judgment Day need him a lot more than he needs Judgment Day. That's where it gets interesting, because didn't Chad Gable just start disrespecting his family, and then you know what happened to him? Does this possibly line up Damian Priest to be a future target of Wyatt Sicks? Obviously, Gunther would come out and obviously just basically say best man should win at Money in the Bank, because the best man will be the lesser man at SummerSlam, because Gunther is king of the ring, so he will challenge the winner of this match. The main event, obviously Awesome Truth vs Judgment Day, would see Liv Morgan help Judgment Day, Finn Balor and JD McDonough to win the World Tag Team titles. New tag champs in the Raw main event. Props to Michael Cole as well, who did most of the commentary tonight himself, but genuine question. What happened to Pat McAfee? Did he get got by Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks? Or did he just ring in sick like a smart man? I don't know. Very fun Raw tonight. I can't give it a 10 like last week, but 9.5 for sure. Very, very good show. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, never miss an upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!